Hello. The stream has begun. We're ready to go, I think. I've got closed captions on. Notification went to Discord. Ads have played. And I even did a little bit of sound mixing before I started the stream. Because the last time I did a Mahjong stream, I was super not satisfied with the volumes on things. And even after messing with it, I still feel like it's not quite where I want it. The struggle is endless. Okay. It's time for some Mahjong. Welcome, the K-pop kid. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having an okay day. Trying to recall. Yeah, you stream Mahjong Soul too. Right. Okay. I'm having a great day, actually. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful to hear. Share the wonderfulness with us all, please. Not regularly, but occasionally. Very nice. Books is here. Thank you for petting Dimitri and Giles. Hello. Welcome. I hope you're having an okay day, Books. K-pop Kid says, met some fellow aviation geeks today, so that was awesome. Aviation! Wow, I don't run into someone who is an aviation geek very often at all. Books is having a great day too. I'm so glad. That's a great way to start the week. Goodness, that's wonderful. I think I'm actually having a pretty good start to the week myself. I did my Reverse 1999 stream yesterday with Decaf and Teresa. We did a shared stream and voice acted Lorentz Butterfly's side story in Reverse 1999. I was only around for the first half of that, but it was a fun time. Welcome, Yeppers Peppers! Hello! I'm just gonna queue up for a ranked match, why not? And I think I was able to stay on top of most of the stuff that I wanted to stay on top of, so that was really nice. I also got a little bit of things done this morning. If you click on the channel point redeem thing under chat, you will see count 'em, 4 new channel point redeems. So have fun with that if you are interested. 3 of those 4 are Mahjong related. And all 4 of them use Mahjong related animated GIFs. Oh my gosh, the person to the right is just calling tiles like crazy. Book says, my dad gave me some good news. Apparently a new game or comic store is opening near me. Gotta check it out. Maybe I won't have to travel as far for my games and comics. Oh, that'd be super sweet. Hell yeah. We love having local places to go to. Don't have to deal with as much commuting or traffic. Ooh. The person across from us has Katsura from Gintama for their character. Nice. Are people excited for the upcoming Akagi rerun event in Mahjong Soul? I am. I am forever excited for anything Akagi to happen. Why is my stream apparently is unstable connection? That's weird. I tried to discard a tile before I got a tile. That's weird. K-pop Kid says it's looking and sounding fine to me. Okay, that's good. Thank you. All right. Akagi rerun. I'm going to be so excited. I've decided already that I'm going to buy Akagi's animated outfit. I've never purchased an outfit before in this game, ever. But I will this time. For Akagi, I will. Oh, it ended up being Katsura. Just sumo, that's it. Okay. Book says the Absolute Batman comic series showed Absolute Batgirl for the first time, and oh my gosh, she looks so badass. Fun! Yay, Batgirl. I didn't really watch much of the animated series that when she was featured, so I don't have as much of a connection to the character. This version of her is built like an MMA fighter. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love going that direction. I approve. Oh my gosh. Well, I could discard the 3-mon. That's safe. I currently have the least amount of points because I was dealer when Katsura won by Tsumo. So frustrating! Oh, that might not have been safe. Oh, okay, we're fine. I'm gonna try to pay attention to this reach and not deal in, so I'm sorry if I'm not answering chat immediately. Hopefully someone will deal in soon. And that person won't be me. She still police commissioner daughter. She also wears her father's brown coat and uses a non-lethal shotgun that shoots batarangs. Batarangs. Oh, boy. Or the first thing... Okay, I don't know if I know what a batarang is. The first thing that comes to mind is... I remember in the anime Trigun, there's a character named Millie Thompson, and she carries around a huge gun that shoots these big metal crosses kind of thing. Maybe it's like that. Oh boy. That's a little scary. I'm gonna discard red dragons right now because I'm scared. Bat-themed boomerang? Oh my god. A ninja star shaped like a bat. I'm imagining multiple different things, and I'm trying to put them together in my head. Batarang would make sense to be a bat-themed boomerang, but it's a ninja star? Oh. If you put the picture on Discord, I won't be able to look at it until the game's over, just FYI. Oh, there they go. I have like 4 seconds to look at Discord right now. I don't see anything in Discord. Don't see anything in Discord. 2, 1. Okay, I gotta go back to the game. That was your 10 seconds. Fine, no rush. You can wait. Okay. I appreciate your understanding. Man. Let me know if you can hear the game audio and the music okay. Obviously, everyone has different preferences for the volume of music in the background on these streams, but hopefully you can at least hear the music well enough to be able to tell what the song is, kind of volume, basically. Kisa says, oh, what's this? Hello, Kisa! Welcome to the stream! I hope you're having an okay day. If you're asking what I'm playing, this is Reach Mahjong. Let's see how fast I am at typing. Yeah, nice short username is easy to type out. Everyone, don't forget to check out Kisa, a fellow Reverse 1999 voice acting enthusiast like the rest of us in our cavalry group. Hello. I am playing Mahjong. I forget how much I answered. I'm playing Mahjong. This is Reach Mahjong. I forget if you've been in any of my Reach Mahjong streams before. So, you've heard of Mahjong but never played it. It's easier than ever before to play Mahjong. I highly recommend. Oh my gosh, what should I do? I'm gonna get rid of my easts and hope that that's fine. This is your first! Yay! Welcome! I'm basically, anytime someone shows up and is like, oh, I don't know what this is in this stream. What is this game you are playing with all these tiles? I just pounce on people and I'm like, huh. I must tell you about Reach Mahjong. This is a game played with 4 people who are competing to get the most points by the end of the game. And the person with the most points at the end of the game is in first place. And then there's second, third, and fourth place. This is... I don't know if what I'm doing right now is smart, but I'm doing it. Whew. Terrifying. Okay, I'm waiting for a 3 or a 6 pin. Please. Okay, that's safe. So, and I really want to have something set up so that I can send beginners, you know, they can use it like a chat command to see resources and stuff. But the idea is that, where do I start? Why is my mind blanking? I guess that's Monday for you. Every player starts with 25,000 points, and you increase your points by winning hands. Oh my gosh, another person declared reach. I'm scared. Oh, the person to my right discarded the 3-mon, and that was the person to my left's winning tile. And so the person to the left declared the win using that discarded tile, which means they declared roamed. And the person who discarded that 3-mon pays an amount of points to the player who completed their hand. Let's see here, do that. And so that's how the points move around between all the players. And basically, if you count up all of the points in the middle of the table, they should always add up to 100,000. Except for some situations where 1,000 points will be missing because it's been put in as a bet by one of the players just temporarily. Let's see. There's two ways to win with your hand in Mahjong. One is with Ron, which we just saw. Oh my gosh, so many options here. And that's when your hand is ready to win. It only needs one more tile and it's a winning hand. And one of the other players discards that tile that you were waiting for. Okay, okay. And the other way to win is if you draw your own winning tile yourself. So if the player to the left had drawn the 3 mon instead of declaring it off of this player's discard pile, they draw it themselves, they declare win by declaring Tsumo. So those are the two types of winning in Mahjong. Winning not the whole game, but winning a hand. There will, at minimum, be 8 hands over the course of one game. Right now, we are on the fourth hand of the game, I think. I'm trying to remember if there were any extra hands, because there are bonus hands sometimes. Don't worry about what goes on with those, but just sometimes there are. And we're all taking turns drawing a tile from the wall, which the wall doesn't get displayed in this video game because it just adds clutter to the screen. So they just kind of, they don't show it. They don't display it when we're playing the video game version of Mahjong here. But if you were playing in real life, you would have these 4 walls in a square, essentially kind of following this line. You see there's a kind of a square-shaped line really vaguely on the table mat right there. That's where the wall would be if it was on the screen. And it's kind of like the deck of, it's like a deck of cards. You're taking tiles from the deck, but it's called a wall instead. I'm afraid. Oh boy. I'm gonna discard a 9-pin because it's safe. I'm gonna focus in a little bit here. So I'm pausing the explanation because 2 people declared reach. And that means that they're telling the table, hey, just so you know, I'm about to win. That's you gotta take that seriously when they declare reach. Because you don't want to discard a tile that they could win with. I'm just gonna keep on discarding tiles that I'm hoping will not be the winning tile. Oh! The player above declared loan on the, once again, a 3-mon from the player on the right. The exact same tile from the exact same player as the last hand. And you see this screen shows us how many points the player across from me, their hand was worth. And how much the hand is worth determines how many points the player to the right must pay to the player across from me. Hopefully that's not too much information, but I'll just kind of pause it there for now. Just, that's the basic idea. We take turns drawing tiles from the invisible wall. And then after we take a tile from the wall, we must discard a tile. And we put our discards in order right in front of us. So there isn't one discard pile. It's very organized. My discards are right here. The player to my right discards their tiles right in front of them, and so on. Which is really handy. When you get to see exactly what tiles the other players discarded, that gives you a lot of really helpful information. Or it can, at least. It's a little more advanced play, but it is there. So yeah, that's the basic idea. We're trying to complete... Okay, I guess the one last thing I should explain is how do you complete your hand? You'd think I would have had this whole speech memorized by now because I've been playing this game for literally almost 18 years. But it took me a long time to actually learn the game. Because I kept getting distracted and leaving it and then coming back to it and having to remind myself how to play it. All of that kind of thing. The basic shape of a hand you're trying to make is what I call 4 blocks of 3 tiles plus a pair. So an example would be these 3 2-mon tiles. This is a block. So that's a completed block. I'm gonna chi that, actually. And then I'm gonna do that. Oh, I discarded the tile that the player to my left won with, so they declared Don, and I have to pay to 7,700 points. Dang. 3rd place. You posted the art. Nice. Oh, it's cool. All right, I gotta check. I gotta get back to the game. I got to see it for 2 seconds, Books. It looks really neat. It's very sharp and pointy. Book says, I just Googled so you can focus on game instead of battering. Battering is typically described as a roughly bat-shaped, non-lethal throwing weapon. Functionally a cross between an Australian boomerang and a Japanese shuriken, they serve as ranged alternatives to firearms used primarily... Ooh. Yes, I will pawn that. Serve as ranged alternatives to firearms used primarily to disarm enemies, distract opponents, or disable equipment. That sounds like a fan wiki explanation. Yep. So this is another block of 3 tiles, right? A block of tiles can either be a triplet of the same tile, or it can be a sequence of numbered tiles. You see how some of these tiles have 1, 2, 4, 5, 3, 4, 8, 8, 9, 9, etc. If I were to do 7, 8, 9 so tiles, that would be a sequence block or a run. So the idea is to make 4 blocks of 3 tiles plus 1 pair of tiles. And that is a complete hand that you can win with in Mahjong. I'm gonna do this, maybe. Both me and K-Pop Kid were right. There you go. Why does my stream manager still think that my stream is unstable? I'm refreshing it and it still doesn't like it. Weird. Yes, chi. I'm gonna do this. I gotta win. I gotta win a hand somewhere. Oh my gosh, the player to the right is down to 1,400 points. If the player to the right gets removed from the gets their points down to below 0, the game actually just ends where it is, and whoever has the most points gets first place. So if I were to draw my winning tile here, I might ignore it. Oh, no, this is good. I much prefer winning it off of that player. Oh, and the player to the right actually won Ron. So I got 2,000 points. Not a lot, but it's something. They got more points. They got 11,600 points. Dang. Well, they're back in the game. Good for them. Pika says, why win when you can keep someone else from winning? Holds one of every number, ignoring any winning strategy. That is 100% a legitimate strategy, Decaf, for reals. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having an okay day. I had fun streaming with Decaf yesterday. We streamed together and voice acted Lawrence Butterfly's side story. It was a hoot and a holler. Book says, the artist for the comic has been posting concept art for new characters, and I'm such a nerd for concept art. Concept art is so cool. You're not alone on that, believe me. Work has got me filling out a huge spreadsheet, needing to breathe for a sec. Oh, yeah. Sometimes when you're doing that data entry, it's like what happens to me is like I'll hyper focus on it so much, and then it's like, oh my god, I need to do something else for like a second, please. Kisa says, I must have just missed you, Shiny. I came in super late because I did D&D on weekends. Oh, I ended up leaving early because I just needed more time to myself that weekend. We all have to pay a little bit to Katsura because they drew their winning tile themselves. They declared sumo. That means the other 3 players share the penalty between us all. Dang. I'm gonna do this. Oh my gosh, it's South 3. This game is going fast. I'm in 3rd place. Ugh. Oh, this could be my comeback though, right here. If I could just make a triplet of white dragons, that'd be great. Yep, I was just around in the collab stream yesterday. Ooh. Yay! I was just in the collab stream yesterday for the first half of the side story, and then I took off. Shiny had to leave early because she... the Japanese didn't win the football game. We were getting updates about the World Cup as we were streaming. It was exciting. It was Netherlands versus Japan. But they managed to pull it out in the end. They managed to win with a tie instead of losing. Which I am very proud of them for that. But yeah, we missed you, Kisa! K-pop Kid said, a tie against Netherlands may as well be a win. Ooh, they're really strong, yeah. Makes sense. I haven't been, like, following teams. I just root for Japan all the time because I just like to root them on. Ah, what do I do? I hate this. I hate everything about this. Ugh, this sucks. Maybe I should have gone for it because I have Dora White Dragons. Should I have gone for it because I have Dora White Dragons? I wonder. Man. Okay, I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in. Ooh! We can still win. 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 I just need a 5-pin. I just need a 5-pin. Please, please, please. 5-pin, 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 5-pin! Ute! 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 Come on. You know you want to give me a thing. 5-pin. Give me 5-pin. Oh, 4-pin's so close. Nope. Please. Look, I've got a double Suji trap. Those who know, know. If you know, you know. Da, 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 da. Man, I have no idea if my explanation about how Reach Mahjong works was very good that time for Kisa. That was pretty, I must admit myself, that wasn't one of my better explanations. Please. 5-pin. It looks like this, right here. That's not it. Nope. Give me this one. This one. This one right here. No. Give it to me. Give it to me! 5 pin! 5 pin! No! Oh well, I'm in Tempai at least. They had 2 of them in their hand. There's 2 of them right there. And we're holding on to that. Well, I got a little bit of points as a consolation prize. Enjoy your lurk, decaf! Okay, what did I miss? I'm sorry. I should have looked at chat while the scores were on the screen. Okay.
Cool.
Back to the spreadsheet. I love them, but I was getting cross-eyed. I'm gonna skip that for now. I don't follow football much myself, but I know they've always been a strong contender. I see. Dang it! That's fine. This might be my last hand to catch up and score. How close am I? I'm 10,000 points away from the next player. Don't forget to breathe, Shiny. Deep breaths are important. You're right. You're right. Oh. We got some good stuff here. We have 4, 5, 6 Mon. That's a run block. We got 2, 3, 4 so. That's good. Yes. I'm in Tempai. Wait. Is this enough though? Uh-oh. I have 2 Han. 3 Han. 3 Han. And the dealer's gonna pay more. This might be enough to catch up. This might be enough to catch up. Let's see. Let's see how the math works out. It is. It is. I think it is. Maybe? Is it enough? It is! I got 2nd place! Let's go. I'll take that. We take those. I take 2nd place. That's totally fine. Aha! At the last second, I got myself out of 3rd place and into 2nd place. It's very important to me to get 2nd place or better because you get rank points for 1st or 2nd place, but you lose rank points if you get 3rd or 4th place. So that's pretty nice. I managed to get 49 rank points. Let's go. Look at that. I'm above 600. My goal right now is just to stay above 600 points and hopefully get higher. But at the very least, I want to prevent myself from getting below 600 out of 1200 in this rank. And someday I'll get back into Expert 2. All right. I have... Let's see. I've got 25 minutes to chill out before ad break. I'm not going to play another ranked game because that would last longer than the time I have before break. So instead, what I could do is I could look at the match we just had, and I'll be able to more openly talk with chat. I play Marvel Rivals. I'm guilty of this myself. Yeah, when you're like locking in like too much almost. I'm gonna hide the opponent's hands for this log. This is another one of my favorite things about playing Mahjong Online is that the computer saves your game and you can review it. It's great. And also there's this weird like computer robot thing that will analyze the efficiency of the tiles you discard. It doesn't really keep in mind everything, all of the factors that would influence your decision to discard tiles, but it does keep track of how efficient your hand is at getting into a ready-to-win state, which we call Tempai. So that's what's up here. And you can see these little marks above the tiles. There's a blue one and a yellow one and another blue one. The yellow one is the computer's favorite choice for a tile to discard. So if the yellow marker is above the tile that's marked me, that means that I chose to discard the same tile that the computer wanted me to discard. It's agreeing with my decision. But even if it doesn't agree with my decision, that doesn't necessarily mean that I chose wrong. It just means that's not a tile that's gonna get my hand to be completed the fastest. But I might discard tiles for other reasons. Let's see. Oh, and I also want to go back to Discord and look at this picture a little bit longer. Oh my gosh! Batgirl looks incredible. Batgirl looks so amazing. She reminds me of Noi from Dorohedoro. Look at her. I like that. I wish that it would show the weapon or something. That's so badass. I love it. That's amazing, isn't it? Dang. Wow. Ooh. Oh, here too, here too, here too. Wait, one more, one more. Dang. I'm so happy that comics, including mainstream comics, are embracing more varied options for gender expression. This makes me so happy. It's so comforting. That's so cool. Okay, let's take a look and see what Maka thinks of my decisions. Whoa. Every time I click, it'll move forward one action in the game, basically. Book says, yeah, I saw it and just had the anime hard eyes. Totally! Whoa. I wish that gacha games would embrace more variety of gender expression for female characters. At least Reverse 1999 does a little bit. Like, we have John Tudor. She's awesome. Yep, okay, makes sense. White Dragon. One pin, discard. Yep, makes sense. Yep, we're agreeing all the way along here. In this case, yeah, this does make sense. I don't know why I kept the 5 mon here. It just looked so nice there. And for anyone who was not here earlier, I have new channel point redeems. Go and check them out. 3 out of 4 of them are Mahjong related. Give them a try if you want. I think they came out great. Oh, okay. Yeah, why did I not discard the 9 pin? That's kind of funny. Whatever. Artists are so amazing with what they design. Yeah! Let artists be creative. Maybe I'll just go forward to the next difference with Maka that I come across. Okay, this is... East to 0 repeat counter. Got it. Yeah, this is an interesting one where it's kind of just up to people's preference whether you would discard the 9 pin or the white dragon here. Or the 1-so. Honestly, the 9 pin and the 1-so are pretty much equal in terms of value, I would argue. Maka scores the 9 pin as a 36 and the 1-so as a 35. It's only 1 point difference. Yeah, That's not much of a difference. Next. This is the same hand. I discarded something that Maka did not even put in its top choices, but I think I know why. It's because the player across from me declared reach, so I'm nervous and wanting to not deal in. Oh, but actually, Maka does pay attention, apparently, to safe tiles. I just noticed. Maka wanted me to discard the 1 pin, and the only reason it would want me to discard that is because the 1 pin is in this player's discard pile. So it's 100% safe. I won't accidentally deal in as a winning tile. Okay. I don't know what Maka pays attention to then. I guess it's tile efficiency plus safety against reach, maybe. What else we got? Maka really wants me to get rid of the 1 pin. What was I doing here? I was still building my hand. I was just kind of ignoring the reach, I guess. I wasn't nervous. All right. And later in the same hand, I discarded the 1 pin finally. Ooh, okay. Oh, the one so was safe. I guess... Is there much difference between these two? Huh. I don't know about that one. If anyone has any questions in chat about how to play Reach Mahjong, please let me know. I could totally just turn this into a teaching how Mahjong works little session for the next 15 minutes. Oh, I just thought of something. I do have an explanation of how to play Mahjong. It's a highlight on my channel, my Twitch channel here. I should just link that. I don't know, maybe. One moment here. I'm gonna go over to my own Twitch channel and find the beginner's guide that I made by creating a highlight from a stream. It's an hour-long highlight from a previous Mahjong stream, and I basically made it by following the tutorial that this game, Mahjong Soul, provides for the player. And I just kind of added on my own, you know, footnotes and explanations along the way. It's half decent, I would say. I'll just pin it. Why not? Apparently I need to refresh stream manager. Hang on. There we go. Now it's letting me pin it. Okay. Wait, what else is going on in Discord? Oh. Okay. I got added on a Discord. That's all. There we go. Oops. Nope. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Huh. Is there one where did I deal in at all? Oh, I did. Let's see how I dealt in. Let's see what went wrong. Let's find out. I'm going to show the hands of all the opponents also at the same time. So, okay. So this person has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they have 7, 8, 9. They have 2, 3, 4, so, and a pair of 5s. So this hand is ready to win. 1, 2, 3 is a run. 4, 5 is a run that is waiting for a 3 or a 6 to complete it. 7, 8, 9 is a completed run. 2-3-4 so is a completed run, and 5-5 so is the pair. So this hand is almost completely done. It only has one tile it is waiting for, or you know, one more tile to win with. It could be 3 or a 6 mon is the idea. So I stole a tile from their discard, and then I had to discard. Check that out. Maka agreed with my discard, even though it is the winning tile for the player to the left. Would you look at that? Even Maka would have lost to the player. Let's show weights so that you can see clearly what the weights are. You see this little thing right here? Oh, is it kind of dark behind the stupid stuff I have? Hang on. There we go. I'll get rid of that. You can see here 3 or 6 mon are the 2 tiles that this player can win with. And then I went and discarded the 6 mon, and they won with it. I'm just gonna go ahead and not feel too bad about that. I'm not sure if there would be a reason to avoid that. I couldn't have known that they were ready to go. So that was unfortunate. Let's see, what else happened? I dealt in that one time, paid 7,700 points. Okay. That was really the only time that it felt like I made a mistake. Like a big mistake that involved paying points. Book says, I usually don't immediately buy new comic series. I saw this one, if I'm buying it... Oh, F it. Okay. F it, I'm buying it immediately. Immediately fell in love with it. The designs and twists are incredible. It just takes me a second to read books in chat, that's all. I'm so glad it was a good purchase. That's wonderful. I still need to get finished with Vinland Saga. I'm still halfway through that. Hello, Katie! Howdy! Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having an okay day. I finished a game of Reach Mahjong, and now I'm just reviewing the VOD before I go on a break. Everybody check Queen Katie Bat out. She is an awesome artist. Speaking of artists. Katie says, just got home from celebrating my dad's birthday. Ah, happy birthday, Katie's dad! I hope it was fun. Well, I'll keep on looking at the differences between Maka and my choices. Hope you had a good birthmas. Merry birthmas. I have new channel point redeems for people to use, if you're curious. I managed to get second place in this game, and I'm pretty happy with that. Maka wanted me to discard the 2 pin. Or the 1 pin. But I guess the 9 so is about the same. Okay. That's... Oh, wait! I discarded the 7 mon! Interesting! This is interesting to me. Huh. The computer would rather I break up tiles that are already next to each other than get rid of the 7 mon that's all by itself? Why? I find that strange. Katie says he did. He took him to a Roadhouse restaurant. It happened to be the perfect time for a discounted menu. Nice. I bet that was yummy. see. Roadhouse restaurant. What counts as a roadhouse restaurant? I'm trying to figure out what I picture when I think of a roadhouse restaurant, and I don't really know. Huh. Texas Roadhouse. Let me look. Oh, it's like a... It's a brand. Oh, it's a steakhouse chain. I didn't know that. I wonder if we have those around here, or if that's specifically something in different regions. K-Pop Kid says, getting a 3 there would only give you 1 sequence still, so maybe saying Discord 2 because of that. I mean, it's certainly a weak block, but it's 2 tiles, you know what I mean? That's still good. Having a 1, 2, 3 would be good. Oh! It's because of the 4, 5 there, Duar says. That does make a little bit of sense, actually. Katie says the restaurant was cozy. I like that about those restaurants. Yeah, the cozy atmosphere. If I'm picturing the right thing. Okay. Yeah, it's like, it's a redundant block. 1, 2 is redundant next to the 4, 5. I see. I haven't really thought about something like that before, so this is very interesting to me, and that's why I'm staying on this screen longer than I would normally. I still feel like the 7 mon is just... It's by itself. 7 mon is better than... Wow, that's weird. Huh. K-Pop Kid would still go for the 7, personally. Okay, I'm not alone. Good to know. I appreciate that. Very curious. He said, I had the best waitress. She told me about the good menu stuff and helped with takeout, lol. That's so nice. You gotta love good wait staff. They deserve all the tips. Honestly, all waitstaff deserves all the tips, of course. Okay, I'm just gonna move on from this one. Another one where I discarded something different from what the computer wanted. The computer really wants me to get rid of the 1, 2, or the 9. It just really hates those tiles. It is determined for me to discard them. That's so funny. Okay, so this is a good comparison. If I have a 1, 2 that's by itself, and a 1, 2 that's next to a 4, 5, getting rid of the 1, 2 that's next to the 4, 5 is a better idea than getting rid of the 1, 2 that's by itself. I'm not sure my head has completely wrapped around the why of that, but I will go ahead and move forward with that concept in my head, and I'll hopefully remember it for later. K-Pop Kid says, yeah, I'm stumped. I know it's related to the fact that 4, 5 are waiting for a 3. So it's redundant, I guess. That's the best I can come up with. Huh. Alright, next one. It still wants me to get rid of the 2, 1. It really hates that 2, 1 so very, very much. K-Pop Kid says, I think that's about it. You need 2 3s to make that work. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Alright, I'll be going on break in another 2 minutes or so. So, let's see here. Oh, I chose to skip this, but Maka wanted me to pwn? What do you mean? Maka, are you on something? What is this? What? Pwn the 9 so? Oh, I have White Dragon already. Okay, that's fine. Actually, that is fine. I take it back. Maka is not on something. I just forgot that I have this down here. You can see it if I get Maka out of the way. I have a triplet of White Dragons, so that's... I'm totally fine to pwn the 9 so. That does make sense. Okay. I kind of just forgot. On a 9, it wanted to get rid of earlier tisk tisk. I know, right? Isn't that weird? So funny. But it makes sense in this context. Oh my gosh, once again, it wants to get rid of the 9 so. That's so funny. What did I get rid of? I got rid of the 1 pin. And then I got rid of the 2 pin. Although it still would have preferred I get rid of the 9 so. It hates that 9 so. And onwards to the next hand. Well, that's good enough for now. I've learned some things, I guess. I'll leave the score up here for people to ooh and ah at. And I'm gonna go on break. I'm gonna get up and stretch, use the little robot's room, get something to drink. I recommend you all do the same. I'm gonna run some ads for 3 minutes, and I will return after that. Be right back.
Speak to learn, my friends. Transcope's gonna catch these heads. Let's go, lesbians! Let's go!
The place of Vesperina just redeemed are your winning son.
I return. Hello. Hi, Vesperina. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having an okay day. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. I managed to do all the things I wanted to do over the last couple days. Even with stuff getting rearranged and rescheduled, it all worked out. I was just thinking over break, I'm very proud of myself for cleaning my rat cage. And I'm laughing about it, but at the same time, I think it's okay to be proud of yourself for doing chores. It's good to feel proud of yourself for doing something. And thank you for petting Dimitri and Giles, Vesperina. And for the trans people are my friends, alert, I missed it because I was away from the computer. But shout out to the artist who made that song. It's a banger. Whee! I am technically winning, I would say, Vesperina. I managed to get second place in the most recent game. You can see here. And as long as you get first or second place, you gain rank points. If you get third or fourth place, you lose rank points. So we got a positive number instead of a negative number. Yay! K-Pop Kids, it's getting pretty late here, so I shall head off. Take care. Thanks so much for hanging out, K-Pop Kid. It was fun to chat about Mahjong things. Have a nice rest of your evening or day or whatever it is. Bye-bye. I'm gonna start up another ranked game. Boink. I have some new channel point redeems, just so you know, Vesperina. And actually, you probably saw them because you were doing a bunch of channel point redeems yourself, so. They are there. I had so much fun creating them using audio from some of my favorite Mahjong anime, Akagi and Saki. Let's go. Ooh, I'm starting as dealer. Yes. Let's say hello with our emote. Let's see. Yep, just kind of same old Mahjong stream today here. I'm going to try to remember to make some Yaku in my hand that I don't normally go for, if the opportunity presents itself. I can't believe someone already declared Khan. What is going on here? Now my green dragon is Adora. Okay. If I could get one more green dragon, that'd be really nice. But yeah, I pinned in the pinned comment in chat my beginner's guide to reach Mahjong, which was a highlight that I created out of one of my recent Mahjong streams. In case there's anybody in the chat who is a beginner to Mahjong and doesn't quite know how the game works. It is a pretty long highlight, I must say. It's like an hour. Might be an hour and a half, actually. I forget. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the 5-pin. Man, I'm looking at the temperature outside. It is 88 Fahrenheit outside right now. I'm so glad we have an air conditioner that is working. Hopefully you can't hear it behind my microphone. My mic should be doing some noise cancellation so you can't hear it. Okay, the person to the right declared reach. I'm a little bit scared. Crap, 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 crap. Crap, crap, crap. I don't know what's safe. I have no idea. How about three mon? Yes, good. 3 mon is safe. I will discard another 3 mon. Oh, someone else dealt it. Okay. Reach to Dora. 5,200 points. Paid from the player across from me, also known as Toymen, to the player to my right, also known as Shimocha. Okay, there goes my dealership. Womp womp. I really hope that I've got the volume sets to where they sound balanced, that in a way that I want. I swear I used to have it. Ooh, goodness. I used to have it all set up pretty well. And then I started messing with microphone settings, and now everything is all weird. So, I'm hanging on to these 4 green dragons and not declaring Khan quite yet, because the rest of my hand isn't, like, all organized yet. It's not all, like, done, basically. Once I can get the rest of the hand sorted, then I will consider declaring Khan, also known as, like, declaring 4 of a kind. I truly don't know what to do here. Vesperina says, I solved some issues about my master's degree situation because I was supposed to get interviewed, but the responsible for interviews was having problems. Oh my gosh. Oh, hang on a second. Ooh, 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 ooh. We have some developments here. Okay. He finished to not interviews me nor other people who put the applications on the phase I'm on. The person who was supposed to interview just straight up didn't interview you for some reason? What the heck? What's going on with that? I'm trying to remember what you said last time about your master's degree. Like you were applying to get your master's degree. I'm gonna call on that and call on this, and then I'll declare Khan next turn. Khan! I'm doing it! I do it sometimes, see? Sometimes I declare Khan too. I'm not quite ready to win, but I'm very close to winning. Maybe I should have waited. Oh, maybe I should have waited. Oh no, maybe I should have waited. I'm worried. The player across from me declared reach. If they win, then my Khan will have given them an extra under Dora. And, you know, the Dora on top, of course. He was warned about it by the lady secretary when I spoke to her.
Free Shavakadu!
Free Shavakadu! Free Shavakadu! I don't really know what Free Shivakudu means when it gets redeemed. It's just a fun sound alert, and I love it. Oh, dang it. This is why I don't declare a con, okay? This right here. This is why I don't declare a con. Granted, I didn't give them any extra Dora, but still, like, it really did kind of backfire, right? Can we agree that that was backfiring? Dang it. He was warned about it by the lady secretary. So you mean the lady secretary gave him a warning to tell him, what the hell, dude? You need to do your interviews. Like that kind of thing? Also, people let me know if the stream quality is bad. The stream manager, for some reason, says my connection is unstable, but I don't see any problems. I'm not dropping any frames. She gave him a warning. Oh, okay. The results deadline is the 23rd of this month. In a little over a week. Man, what's going on with that guy? I have no experience with getting a master's degree. I haven't a clue about it, but that sounds like a headache. And I'm technically in last place. Doing it. This hand is weird. This hand is weird. I'm just... like... ugh. Okay, now I'm one away from winning. One away from Tenpai, that is. Tenpai means you're one away from winning, so being one away from Tenpai means you're two away from winning. Maybe I should have... Nah, it's fine. Oh! Okay. I'll declare reach, sure. Okay, no! That was their winning tile. Oh. Darn. There you go. Have 3,000 points from me to you. I'm in last place. That's not good. Come on. Let's make something happen. Nice. Okay, we're coming together here. Ooh. Okay. We've got 7, 8, 9 Mon. We've got a pair of 4s right here. And we have 4, 5, 6 pin. We have 2, 4 so, and we have 7, 9 so. just do this, I guess. And I am once again one away from Tempai. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. The person to the left has declared reach. Oh, their dealer. Maybe I should be careful. I'm actually gonna discard the 7, so. Ah! Someone else dealt in. How much? How much is it? Reach, Pinfu, Tanyao, 2 Dora. Dang, that's a lot. Okay, they're in first place now. At least I'm not in last anymore. Someone else is. I'll turn off side chaining for the music in the background. And I'll do it. Turn it off here too. Okay. I do not need to declare a con. I'm good. Thank you for asking. I like how this hand looks. It would be nice if it would actually come together. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. Yes. Thank you very much. I'm gonna discard the 6 pin right now, hoping that I can get rid of it before it becomes more dangerous later. And then when it's time for me to get in Tempai, I'll discard the 7, not the 7, the south tile, which is more safe. Do that. Oh, yes! That's what I want. I just need 2 pin or 5 pin. 2 pin or 5 pin. Either one works. Oh! Yay! Okay, that's east, 2 Dora, right? East and 2 Dora. Yep! 4,000 points for me! Yay! All right, we're up to 2nd place, but only by a little bit. I love that. I really love that. That's great. Okay. This hand is pretty nice too. Oh. I'm gonna do this. I'd like, if possible, to get rid of the 1-2 Mon, and for this 4, 5, 6, 7 to develop into something else that is 2 blocks instead of the 1. That would be really nice. Okay, no, I don't need that. Well, in the meantime, I'll get rid of the 1 Mon. At least now my hand is made up of tiles 2 through 8. That means it's all simples, which is another very easy Yaku for beginners to try to get. I'll just get rid of that. I I hope I don't hit myself later for doing that. Oh, there's a 3-mon. Okay. Fine. Oh. There we go. There's a 3-mon! See? Oh my god, look at that. That is so stupid. That is so stupid. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Pretending to hit my head on the microphone without actually doing it. I'm gonna pwn that just so I interrupt their Ippatsu and they don't get Ippatsu. Now I just hope I don't deal in here. Boop. Okay. Phew. Katie says, by the way, apparently there's a Touhou Mahjong game on Steam. Oh yeah, I think I've seen people play it. I hope that's safe. Please, 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 please. No! 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 It's a Mongon too! Oh dear. Ouch. I don't know if I was being risky or, I mean, I was dealer, right? So you're supposed to take risks when you're dealer, I think. I hope. Touhou Mahjong game has a demo, so I might check that out next week. Oh my god! Katie, you have to, you gotta! That's amazing. That's fantastic. If Touhou can get you into Mahjong, I am all here for it. Ooh, I'll take that. Yes. I will have a triplet of Norths because I'm in the North seat. Yes, maybe I should take a look too. That could be fun. Wait. Ah! I wasn't paying attention. Where's Steam? Steam. Oh, I hope it serves its job well enough. Whoa, hang on. Whoa. Okay. I was opening Steam and then it popped up in front of my face while it was my turn to decide a thing. I wonder if it's like Touhou Mahjong or something. If I just search Touhou Mahjong, surely that'll come up. Okay. I think I found it. Mixed reviews,
Come.
There is a demo. What if I try to download it during stream? Is it gonna mess things up? We'll see what happens. If Touhou can get people to play Mahjong, then I want to play Touhou Mahjong. Download complete. Dun, dun. I am so not focusing on my game enough. There it is. Okay. It was a super quick download with the demo. Yeah. It seems like a pretty simple interface. This is an interesting wait. Oh my god, there's 2 cons on the table. Wow. I feel like the white dragon might be dangerous here, so I'm gonna hold on to it and use it as my weight. Ugh. This might be more dangerous, though. No, it's fine. I've already discarded it once. That means it's safe, right? That is not that. Note, that does not mean it's safe. Ignore me. Oh. Everything's dangerous. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know. Someone's gonna take that. Yeah, look, someone took it. At least it was that player and not one of the other ones. Please, someone give me the white dragon. And yes, the white dragon tile is just a white tile. Give me a winning tile. Ah, someone else won. Okay, not too much. I need to get out of last place. Eek! Eek! Okay, west is the Dora. 声と声を混ぜ合わせて混ぜ合わせてもったいないとつぶやいて言葉は失われたどうだったっていいんだってさ間違いだって犯しちゃおうとさ即坂道もう一回もう一回私はこまころがりまと少女は言う少女は言う普通に身を重ねながら I almost have these words memorized. If I don't sing this song often enough, I start to forget which lyrics are in which part of the song, you know? It's one of those songs where the lyrics change just slightly from verse 1 to verse 2 and verse 3 and all that. もういいよそろそろ君も疲れたのね息を読めるの今 What if I just change over to Touhou Mahjong after this game? I could take a look-see. I think I might do that. You're the Mahjong expert and I the Touhou expert. That's perfect! And I know some of the Touhou characters' names because I had so many Touhou fan friends back in the day. And also I participated in a little bit of fun online role-playing communities back in the day too. I remember Reimu is a journalist who writes a publication on the goings-on happening at Gensou. And she has black hair. And she's a Tengu, I think? No, that's not Reimu. Reimu's the main girl, the Shrine Maiden girl. Who's the journalist who's got black hair? Yeah, Reimu's the Shrine Maiden. Okay, I got the names mixed up. It's been a long time. Who's the journalist with crow wings? Black wings. Aya is the journalist. Maybe we always refer to her with her last name or something. I wonder. Why are you declaring reach? I need to do something with my hand. Not you. But yeah, Reimu's the Shrine Maiden. And... oh my gosh. Wait. The blonde witch girl who looks like Lilia from Reverse 1999. This is a scary discard. I don't know about this. Yikes. I'm scared. Marisa! I was like, it's not Mary. I know it's not Mary, but it's something like Mary. Marisa, that's what. And one of the songs that was out there was Marisa Stole the Precious Thing. That was a meme song on YouTube and whatnot. Monarch, have an excellent lurk. Welcome. Hope you're having an okay day. Oh my gosh. This is a strange... I'm gonna do this just so I'm in Tenpai. Even though there's no 6-pin to win with, I'm just gonna be in Tenpai at the end, if we get to the end. And that way I'll get some points. Maybe. Please be safe. Please be safe. Please. No! 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 Insert that animated GIF from The Office. No! Okay, I'm gonna use my new channel redeem. Where is it? Where's my new channel redeem? Where is it? Here it is. This is my new channel redeem for moments like that.
Say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
There we go. I'm gonna be so honest, I didn't even pay attention to how many points it was. But I still have 16,000 points. That's actually not so bad. What? That's not true. That's impossible. I'm being so loud today. I'm sorry, Duar. Duar is working from home and dealing with my shrieking and flailing. I'm gonna make, you know what? I'm gonna make 7 pairs. Maybe. I only have 3 pairs right now. What am I talking about? I don't know. I just feel like it. Hey, there we go. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I don't know. Okay, I shouldn't be playing Mahjong. I'm the worst player in the world. Why did I get rid of a pair of 5 pins after saying I wanted to make 7 pairs in Mahjong? Oh my god.
Cheat.
I could have been in Tenpai so much sooner. I don't know. Maybe my hand slipped. Maybe. This has been a roller coaster. You know, another thing I really love about the Touhou fandom is the animations that came out for Touhou. Those animations are cool. Fine. Fine. Oh no, it's someone else! Please knock them below me. Knock them below me. Knock them below me. Knock them below me. Please, 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 please. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. At least I got 3rd. At least I got 3rd. At least I got 3rd. Boy. So I only lost 14 rank points instead of like 100 and something. Katie says, well, you suffer. I'll talk a little about Aya, lol. She actually got to be playable in a few official games. Official games, really? That's nice. 2 of which is where she has to take pictures of different bullet patterns while not dying. Oh, that's an interesting gameplay idea. All right, we stay above 600 points, as is my goal. Holy smokes. Okay, I'm just gonna click on some things over here, and then, you know what I want to do is I want to try to open the Touhou Mahjong game and see what happens. Let's see here. That'll show the video in the meantime. Wait, it's not showing the video. That's strange. Even if I click on it and pause it and replay it, it's not showing in OBS. How strange. Whatever. Okay. Oh, I should go to yapping. Let's go to just yapping for now. I'm so glad I made this screen. This makes my life so much easier. I don't need to worry about exposing information I didn't mean to expose. Let's play the demo. Okay. I know nothing of the game either, so I'm assuming they're going to have some sort of plot where Reimu tries to save the day via Mahjong somehow. Makes sense to me. All right, I'm gonna pause the music because I don't know if there's gonna be sound coming from this game. And then I'm gonna go here. What? Now it's showing the video. How strange. But window capture, Mahjong Soul, Reach City. Maybe I'll use Reach Cities. Or maybe I'll just make a new thing. That would be smart. Hello, Type Final Magic. Welcome to the stream. I felt like saying your full name. I hope you're having an okay day. The game capture. I have downloaded the demo for Touhou Gensou Mahjong. And I'm going to see if I can play this demo on stream. Just check it out. Yes, it did work. Now I'll just put it in the right area here. And make it smaller. Just like that. Easy peasy. Visual. And to those who are unaware, the Mahjong community on Twitch is very open to using the Mahjong Soul tag for any video games that have Mahjong in them, so that we can all find each other easier that way. You know what I mean? Because it's not about the package the Mahjong comes in so much as it is the Mahjong itself. So I'm going to keep my category as Mahjong Soul, unless if anyone wants to try to search Touhou Gensou Mahjong and see if that category is being used. If it's in Yakuza, I have seen people play stuff on the Mahjong Soul category on Twitch that are, like, from games. I don't know if it was Yakuza, though. Press any button to start. Okay, English. Keyboard binding selection. Affects the placement of the tile selection keys. Oh, you click on the tiles using keys instead of using your mouse? I kind of hate that. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously 1 through 9, and then 0, and then dash, and then what do I do? There's a caret for west, and there's a backward slash for north. I guess you can do custom. Yeah. Wait. Setting. Oh. Oh, also, you guys aren't hearing anything. I'm not hearing anything either, except for when I click on things. But I will give you some audio in a second. I just need to figure out how to start the game. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dang. How in the heck? What about... Oh. Okay. What about this? Ooh. What's BS? Oh, backspace? Maybe backspace. Oh my gosh. And then what's this? Oh, that's the entire layout. Okay. No, back up. What's custom and what's... Why... Setting is you can set it yourself. I don't know what that means. Yeah, this might be good. Oh, tilde for 1. And then 1 for 2. Or, I mean... the key 1 for 2 tile. This is so strange. This is very strange. There's other people out there who have played a lot of Mahjong games, and I'm not one of those people. This might actually confuse me when I'm in the middle of trying to decide what tile to get rid of. Dang. Why did they do it like this? Okay. How about... You could use custom to make them like the numbers, then for the directions put different keys instead. Yeah. I think I shall. I think I shall. Oh, wait. you can change... Oh, that's what's up. Okay. I'm going to make it custom, and then I'm going to set custom. That's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 0 is east. Dash is south. Okay. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0, minus sign, equal sign. I'll do the backwards slash and then backspace for the dragon tiles, apparently. I wonder if you have to hold down the dragon tile. I don't... This is very strange to me. Okay. Do they want... They don't want me to use a controller, do they? Because there's a B button up here. Very strange. All right, hang tight. I'm going to get the audio going now. Audio. Oh, it's going through Reach. It's going through Reach City audio, so I'm going to do that. How does that sound, everybody? Let me know. There's music. I don't know if it's overly loud. It's probably not. It's probably good. Oh, wait. Reach City doesn't have the same filter. Reach City's audio stuff is not the same. So let me copy. There we go. And then filters, and then... Oh, I can't paste. I thought I could just copy paste the filter, but I did not succeed. Gotta love scruff moments. Oh, scuff moments. I'm gonna turn it up because I have this sneaking feeling that it's really quiet for y'all. Now I shall take a clip and see how it sounds. But I can only see how it sounds if I mute the sounds in the game itself. I don't see a way to access settings. Great. I can't check the sound. Maybe I can. I'll just play it over here. That it's really quiet. Whatever. I can hear you over the music nicely. Okay. I'm just gonna call that good. Let's go back. My page. Oh, here's the game options. That's fine. And you can pick a character. Wow. I recognize a lot of... There she is. Aya Shameimaru. Wow. I don't know if you get all of these characters right away or what. I'm gonna play Cyrano because I'm an idiot at playing Mahjong games like this. So I'm an idiot. Baka baka. Baka baka. They have different abilities? Oh my god. What the heck? This is weird. One player's hand freezes and they can only discard their last drawn tile for the 3 turns. In some cases, the player's own tiles are frozen. Holy cow. That's so strange. Oh my gosh. Oh, you can pick more than one Cyrano voice. Wow. This is the Wild West, it is. Maybe I will... Okay, I'll go as far as I can before a game starts. Now, what I'm curious about is whether we're queuing up with other people online or if we're playing against a computer. There's a manual. Oh, the manual is on a website. That's... Oh, operation during a game. I should probably... Nope, I know how to do that. Game modes, how about? Oh, there's an adventure. Solo match versus CPU. Multiplayer. You can play with people. Other people. Find a game room. Based off that icon, this must have been intended for the Switch. It sure looks like it. Maybe this is all I can do. I'm gonna say no use of ability for just the first little bit. And let's do 15 seconds each turn. The most common rules of Reach Mahjong are used. 1 red Dora for Monzu, Pinzu, and Sozu. No ability is allowed at all times. Start with 25,000 points. Uradora, Kondora, and Konura. Okay. Demo's multiplayer only. The full game has story? Question mark? Is it multiplayer? Is multiplayer doable? When I click on this, I get an error message that pops up. Nickname you enter will be made public to other players in the game. Yeah, I don't feel confident I'll be able to find people. But yeah, the Mahjong class and adventure mode must be in the full game. Solo match versus CPU might be the only thing you can do in the demo then. It seems that way. I'm gonna go ahead and do an ad break right now. And then when I come back, I will jump into this. And we'll see how it goes. I want to see what the UI looks like and all that. It's something different. So for now, I'm going to get up and stretch, use the little robot's room, get something to drink. I recommend you all do the same. I'll run some ads for 3 minutes. And then I will be right back after that. Be right back. Okay, I return. Ads are done in about 10 seconds. Okay, welcome back from ads. I'm now going to play against the computer in the Touhou Gensou Mahjong game from Steam, the demo. And let's just go for it. Select your and opponent characters. Let's see. Oh. Wait. How do I undo? This is not the most... Oh, you can go through it by which game each of them are in. How fun. Oh, I just used the back button here. Okay. So, player will be Cerno. That's me. She speaks to me the most. And we'll play against the Sunflower Girl and Ayashime Maru and Marisa. Okay. Oh, right, and I have to use the keys. I still don't understand what the deal is with that. Why can't I just click on the thing here? Oh, it's which one it is! Fascinating. What if I just click here? Yeah. I don't need to do the thing that they were setting up for me at the beginning. I can just ignore that and use my mouse. Okay. It's so much easier to just use my mouse. Okay, I am south. The door indicator is dragon. That means the door is red dragon. What a grand group of characters. That's right. The discard pile is really cute looking. Oh, I can declare reach. Just so. And the music changes when I declare reach. It goes really fast. It goes really fast. I wish it would go a little slower when it's going through the computer's decisions. If you're playing against real people, though, it wouldn't be this fast, obviously. Oh, I discarded the 7 mon. I dealt into Aya. Cyrano is sad because she dealt in. That's right. Okay, what else? Oh. And apparently if you want to know what round it is, you need to look at whoever is the dealer and it'll say what round it is next to them. I don't know why they chose that kind of layout. That seems a little counterintuitive to me. Okay. The tiles are all gray and a little bit hard to see, if that makes sense. I guess they're just hard to see because I'm new to the game. They will become easier to see. Pass. Ooh. Oh, what do I do now? Did I forget to finish a sentence just now? I actually can't remember. Ah! Ah, they declared reach. Okay. They drew it themselves. So they got reach, Ipatsu Tsumo, also known as one-shot self-pick. So here's the thing. Just as a note, Katie, the terms for each of the Yaku get translated differently depending on who you're talking to. So if you learned Mahjong with this game, that means you're going to learn the names of the Yaku according to the translations that this game used, which is fine. It just means that you might encounter some growing pains if you move over to a different game that uses different translations for those Yaku terms. So keep that in mind. But do not despair. With time, you'll figure it out. Okay. I wish that there was a longer wait. I should have just turned it to infinite. If you want to learn how to play the game, I should just leave this and come back to it with the infinite turn. So I can just sit here on my turn and yap about how the game works. I do find it odd, though, that it seems to have locked whatever would have been the tutorial behind the full game. Yeah, I assume it was Cerno's classroom. That makes the most sense to me, yeah. I'm gonna quit the game and come back in after having... Come on. There it is, there it is, there it is. I'm gonna come in after having changed the time limit to unlimited. That's better. Okay. I can explain the game! Cerno, Aya, Yuka, Marisa. Alright, we're gonna try this again. This time, I'll be able to sit on my turn forever and yap as long as I want. Oh, I get to start as East or dealer. So far the UI is kind of meh, but I guess for a Switch game it's decent. Yeah, the tablecloth reminds me of Touhou website, which is what all of us used to use back in the day before all these Mahjong games existed. The graphic fidelity, I guess you could say, of these character portraits is a little, like, jagged-edged, sort of. I honestly really think Mahjong Soul's UI is really nice, but maybe I'm saying that just because I'm used to it. Let's see, I assume you probably just don't mess with this stuff up here. Yeah, Mahjong Soul spoiled me from the times I would watch you. Yeah. So, I don't know how many of my explanations you've heard before, Katie, but the idea with this game is that you want to create a complete hand, and then the first person to declare a win with their hand is the one who gets points. So, as opposed to something like poker, where you reveal your hand and you compare which hand is worth more, we don't compare the worth of the hands to each other to figure out which is the winner. Instead, it's whoever completes their hand first. And then after they declare their win and they show their hand to prove that they won, then you calculate the worth of the hand to determine points. So it's a game about, it's kind of a game about speed. Early bird gets the worm. Exactly. A lot of times in Mahjong, people might work on making a hand that's really expensive, but in general, more expensive hands take longer to build. And then the cheaper hands are really quick to build. And then you might be really, trying to make a really expensive hand, And while you're in the middle of making it, suddenly another player declares a win with just a 1,000 point hand, and that was it. And you're like, oh my god, I was in the middle of making a 15,000 point hand, and you just won with a 1,000 point hand. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. As you've seen before, I'm sure, there's 4 players. We each take turns drawing a tile from the wall, which in most video games, the wall is not pictured on the display because it just clutters up the screen. But if you were playing in real life with real tiles, there would be a wall to pull the tiles from. I drew my first tile. As you can see, my hand is made of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tiles. And then this tile by itself over here is temporarily my 14th tile, right? And if this tile, the 14th tile, doesn't create a winning hand, I will discard a tile. So I drew an east tile. Instead of discarding the tile that I drew, I'm going to keep this tile, and I'm going to get rid of a different tile that I know I'm not going to need. So I'm going to discard a north tile. As you can see, when you're playing this game, thankfully, they include the little numbers and little stuff in the top right corner of the tile. I just noticed something strange. The white dragon says P on it. That's different from Mahjong Soul. For Mahjong Soul, the white dragon says WH in the top right. I guess it's tricky because you have the cardinal directions, north, east, south, west. So they want to make it different from the W for the west tile, right? If they do WH, it might get confusing if another tile has W. That's my only guess. They must have picked P to make it different. Maybe P is like... The Japanese word for white dragon is Haku. And the green dragon is Hatsu. So both of those start with H. So maybe green dragon is H and white dragon is P because I'm really stretching here, but this is the best guess I have. I don't actually know for sure. Maybe they're using a P because you can turn Haku into Paku just by adding a little circle to the katakana when you're spelling it in Japanese. It's a real stretch. I don't know. Very important notes. I would say super not important notes, but just know that this is a white dragon. Oh, does the menu have like, yeah, rules? Good. There's rules explained here. The rules explained just show you... Oh, these rules are basically house rules. This is explaining what rules this game is being played under because some Mahjong games have different house rules. Control explanation, list of hands. This is gonna really help new players out for sure. If you are ever making a hand and you don't know what kind of hand you're making, go to menu, list of hands, and it will tell you what kinds of hands you can make. As a new player, you definitely want to focus on the top, like, let's see, reach is good to start with. Self-pick, also known as Tsumo. One shot is Ippatsu. Look at that, they have the Japanese word under it. That's nice. You get one shot Ippatsu if you win with reach in the first go around after you declare reach. So you're basically getting an extra Han point because you won after declaring reach right away. Another good hand for beginners to make is all simples. You get one Han if all tile groups do not use the terminals, 1 or 9, or honor tiles, winds tiles, and dragon tiles. These other ones down here, no points hand, I would say is a intermediate difficulty for beginners. Twin sequences, this other stuff is kind of weird. I would ignore this other stuff until you're used to Mahjong. What they need to show is a triplet of honor tiles, valued honors. Yes, here we go. Honor tiles is the other one, but it's like way down. Honor tiles is when you have a triplet of any dragon tile like Haku, Hatsu, or Chun, which are white dragon, green dragon, and red dragon. Mahjong uses a lot of languages to describe the same thing. Get ready to be so frustrated. And then if you get a triplet of your seat's wind, so right now my east seat is indicated by this letter at the bottom left. That means I'm east. So if I get a triplet of east tiles, that would be an honor tile Yaku. Or if you get a triplet of the round wind. The round wind is indicated by this thing right here. It says East 1. That means we are in East round, the first hand. And if you get a triplet of Easts for that, it's a Yaku. Okay, so that's the basic flow of the game. Okay, what are some other things I need to bring up? So any other directions would be useless? Yeah, in my case, north, west, and south, a triplet of them would not provide the 1 Han point. However, it would still count as a triplet. Like, the idea behind making a completed hand in Mahjong is that you want to make 4 sets of 3 plus a pair. I don't know if you've heard me mention this before, but pretend this is like 4, 5, 6 pin. That would be a set of 3, and maybe like a 4, 5, 6 so. That would be a set, and so on and so forth. You want 4 blocks of 3 tiles. Each of those blocks can either be a sequence of number tiles that go like 1, 2, 3, or 3, 4, 5, or 2, 3, 4, or 6, 7, 8. Any of those is fine. You can't do 8, 9, 1. That is not a eligible sequence block. It has to be 1, 2, 3 at the lowest, or 7, 8, 9 at the highest. Another type of block is a triplet, like we were just talking about. If you get a triplet of east tiles, that's a block. So if I have my hand completed and it's like 7, 8, 9 mon, 4, 5, 6 pin, 4, 5, 6 so, a triplet of easts, and I have a pair at the end of any 2 tiles that are identical, then that's a completed hand, and you can win as long as your hand has some kind of Yaku. And this is the hardest part for beginners to learn, so if it is confusing at first, don't worry. It's confusing for most people when they're learning Mahjong. There's 2 things you need to win with a Mahjong hand. One of them is having a completed shape of the hand where it's made of 4 blocks of 3 and a pair. That's one part. And the other thing you need, in addition to that, is at least 1 Yaku. So one thing that happens for people when they're starting with Mahjong is they might start to make a hand, and they make a completed hand that is technically 4 blocks of 3 and a pair, but oh shucks, oops, they forgot to build it in a way that it has a Yaku in it somewhere. So that's the important part, is you basically have, like, as I play this game right now, I have a list of all of these Yaku on a piece of paper in front of me as I speak. You can hear it crinkling next to the microphone. I've been playing this game for 20 years and I still have this list of Yaku to reference in case I forget different kinds of Yaku. But that's why when you're starting out as a beginner, you don't need to worry about the entire list. Instead, you should just focus on a few of the most common Yaku. For example, Reach, where your hand is ready to win and you haven't stolen any tiles. I'll go over stealing tiles in a second. And you bet 1,000 of your points that you're gonna win with the hand you have right now, and you've locked your hand in and you're not gonna change it. If you win after having declared reach, that is your Yaku. Your Yaku is reach. And you can have other Yakus that stack. So whenever you see someone win with Mahjong, there's a list of Yaku that gets, it goes bam, 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 reach, self-pick, one shot, and then it adds up each of those Han. And the more Han you have, the more points you're gonna win with. I hope that makes sense. Might as well move forward here. I'm gonna get rid of this one pin because it's by itself. And it's pretty nice here. We've already got a 7, 8, 9 Mon. 7, 8, 9 is in a row, and it's all in the same suit. So this is a block, and we're just gonna keep this as it is. Another thing I'm gonna get rid of, I think I'm gonna get rid of the east tile here. Even though it is my seat wind and it is the round wind, there's already been 2 east tiles discarded by other players. And I know that every tile in this game, there's only 4 tiles of a given tile. There's only one more east tile out there somewhere. And that means that I can't make a triplet anymore. So I'm gonna get rid of this east. Okay. Yeah. And I'm going to get rid of my white dragon tile. My strategy here is that this is kind of a personal strategy, so I don't know if I should include this in explaining how things work. I'm not going to go into it. We're just going to see the flow of the game. Okay, so what happened just now was a little bit complicated, unfortunately, but I'm going to do my best to explain. The player to the left just declared Khan, K-A-N, and they put aside 4 tiles over here. Normally, you'll see players putting tiles to the side like this, but it'll be a block of 3 instead of a block of 4. This is a special circumstance where we're treating this 4 of a kind, which is, 4 7-pin tiles. We're treating this 4 of a kind like it's a triplet. And so the math works out that after this player declared Khan on their turn, they can only declare Khan on their turn, they put the 4 tiles to the side. We're going to treat it like a triplet. But because they lost an extra tile from their hand, because this is 4 tiles instead of 3, they are going to receive an extra tile from, quote-unquote, the dead wall. The dead wall is a portion of the wall that has a bunch of tiles that will generally be just held on the side in case they are needed. They're not like a part of the main wall. So in this special circumstance where they declared Khan, they're taking a tile from the dead wall to make up for the fact that they put aside 4 tiles that are representing 3. So they took a tile from the dead wall, and then they discarded their 9 pin right here. And then the other part that happens when a player declares Khan, when any player declares Khan, what happens then is that an extra Dora indicator is revealed in the top left. And that means I need to explain what Dora are. There's so much to explain about this game, and I'm sorry, it's probably overwhelming. Essentially, the Dora indicator at the top left of the screen, you're following a bit? Okay. Even if it's just a bit, that's good. The stuff at the top left of the screen tells you that there are some special tiles during this one hand that are gonna be worth a little bit extra points. And when I say points, I mean Han points, actually. If we go back to the list of hands, you see how the list of Yakus shows you how many Han points it's worth. Like, Reach is worth 1 Han, Most of these are worth 1 Han, and then you get to the other stuff that beginners probably shouldn't be worrying about yet, but there are some Yaku that are worth 2 Han, and that's good. You want as many Han as possible, right? You can get extra Han that are not Yaku. This is gonna blow your mind, okay? If your winning hand has a Dora tile, it just automatically gets an extra Han in it just for that tile being there, and that's all I had to do. So, how do you know if you have Dora tiles in your hand? You're gonna look at the top left at the tile being displayed. This first one that was initially first showing, there's always at least one up here. The first one being shown is 5 So. As a result of that, I know that the Dora is 1 above 5 So, and that is 6 So, which I just so happen to have in my hand. Lucky me. So if I manage to win this hand, this 6 So right here, all by itself is going to be worth an extra Han. So that's nice, right? Now it's easy to figure out what the Dora is if the Dora indicator is a number tile like 5 So is. However, the one next to it is a little more complicated because it's a dragon tile. And dragon tiles don't have numbers. So how do you know what the Dora is if you see a dragon tile up here? You memorize it. You have to memorize it, unfortunately. And the way that I personally memorize it is I use the English names for the dragons. There's only 3, so if you can remember vaccine, data, and virus in Digimon, you can remember green, red, white. Green starts with G, red starts with R, white starts with W. Then that means that it's in alphabetical order. So if G for green is the indicator, then the next one is R for red. The red dragon, is the second Dora tile. Yeah. So that's that one. And then the last explanation for Dora tiles up here, these are Dora indicators that tell you what the Dora tiles are. If you see a wind tile in the Dora indicator field, like north, east, south, west, whatever, then you just need to go in order that people take turns in the game, which is always going to be counterclockwise. And I want everyone who doesn't play Mahjong normally to look at the screen for a second, and you might notice something a little funny about the wind cardinal directions on this screen here. So we see north is opposite of south. That makes sense, doesn't it? But you might notice that east is on the left of north and south, and west is on the right of north and south. The reason for that, I truly do not know. For some reason, the Mahjong table and everything, the order of the cardinal directions is a backwards compass. And so the first turn is east, and then you go counterclockwise to south, to west, and to north. If we have an east indicator, an east Dora indicator in the top left corner of the screen, then you just go to the right, or go counterclockwise, and the real Dora is the south in that case. So there you go! Oh my gosh, there's so much to explain, but we made it through. I'm gonna get rid of this 8 So now for my turn. Okay. I've got a hand that is full of a bunch of tiles that are next to each other, which is generally what I'm trying to get. The one so here is completely really far away from any other tiles I have. The closest tile to it is 5 so, and that's not very useful to me. Katie says, so basically remember it's in order from your right of whichever direction you are. Yeah, it's, well, if, for example, if the Dora indicator is the west tile, then counterclockwise would be north. So the north tile would be the Dora tile in that case. And then the turns always go from the player to your left goes, and then you go, and the person to your right goes after that. That's the turn direction. Okay. I gotta look at this and see what kind of hand I want to make. So, I've drawn a 4-pin here. In my hand right now, I have a 5-6-6 pin. So if I want to make a completed block of 4, 5, 6, I'm going to add the 4-pin to my hand and get rid of the 6-pin. So that's what I'm going to do. And now this 4, 5, 6 block is a done deal, and I don't need to worry about it. I can focus on the rest of my hand. And remember, it's all about making 4 blocks of 3 tiles each, plus a pair. I'm going to get rid of this west tile. It's just kind of hanging out by itself, not doing anything. And someone stole it! This is something that I wanted to explain, and that involves the fact that you can steal other players' discards. I just discarded the west tile, and the player across from me declared pawn on the west tile. As soon as I discarded it, you can only do this before the next person takes their turn, so you have to be kind of quick. Luckily in the game, they give you some time. That was something I wanted to know about, actually, stealing discards. That's right! So you can see here, one of these west tiles is sideways, and the other 2 west tiles are straight up. This basically means that the sideways west tile came from me, and the 2 tiles on the left and right came from this player. They already had 2 west tiles in their hand, and as soon as I discarded a west, they were able to steal it to complete a block of tiles. That's the important thing about stealing discards, is it must be for the sake of completing a block of tiles. In this case, they created a triplet of west tiles. That is the block. And an important thing to remember about stealing discards like this is that it changes how you are allowed to win. If we go to list of hands, you may notice that a bunch of these Yaku at the top of the list, they say closed only. If a Yaku says closed only, that refers to whether your hand is closed or open. Your hand is open if you have stolen a minimum of 1 tile from any other player. In my case, I have not stolen any tiles from any players. That means my hand is closed. So that means I myself could declare reach and get this Yaku. Katie says, closed being secret versus open being, hey, you know what I'm going for? In a way, yeah. For example, this player across from me has a triplet of west tiles, and they are in the west seat right now. So already, all of us at the table know that they are gonna get the honor tiles Yaku because they got a triplet of their seat's wind. So that tells us that they, you know, the rest of their hand could be whatever, but they have their minimum Yaku that they need to win with. Like I said earlier, you must have at least one Yaku in your hand if you want to win, and they have fulfilled that minimum requirement by stealing that west tile and creating a triplet with it. So that information tells us that they don't need to be picky with the rest of their hand, and they're probably going to be pretty fast at this point. They might be getting ready to win. We're not sure other than that. That's the idea. Get rid of this one, so... Okay! Another part of Mahjong! Specifically, Japanese Reach Mahjong. The player to the left has declared Reach. And you can tell they declared Reach because they discarded a tile sideways. When you're playing Mahjong in person, you are also required, it's a tournament rule in fact, that you voice out loud Reach so that all the other players can hear you. You're not allowed to just kind of whisper it and hope they didn't hear you. This means they are trying to go for the Reach Yaku. Like saying Uno when you have one card left, sorta. I think, yeah, I haven't played Uno in a long time, but I think it's like that. We know from looking at the list of Yaku that Reach means their hand is closed and they are ready to win. They're going to lock their hand in and not change it. And they are betting 1,000 points, represented by this blue Reach stick right here. And you can even see here, all of us started with 25,000 points. Each of the players started with 25,000 points. But this player now is only showing 24,000 points. That's because temporarily they are short 1,000 because of their Reach bet. A quick explanation on the four of a kind, the con that they did earlier. This con is called a closed con because they created it without stealing tiles from any other players. And so it's represented as being closed by making 2 of the 4 tiles be face down. There are also 4 of a kind blocks that you make by stealing the 4th tile from a player, in which case all 4 tiles would be face up and your hand would be considered open. But since this con is a closed con, your hand still remains closed, even though it is revealing the 7-pin tile there. Hopefully that made sense. I'm gonna take a drink because I'm talking very purposefully, and I should make sure to take care of my throat. I've got orange juice and water. There we go. Okay, now I'm doing so well. Yay! I hope it's helping. Now you can see there's this animated thing around the tile here. That doesn't happen in real life, you might imagine. This is here because the computer noticed that I have the opportunity to chi the 4-pin to go along with my 5 and 6-pin in my hand right now. However, I already have a 4-pin to go with the 5 and 6-pin. So this is silly. I don't need another 4-pin. I'm going to pass instead of chi. Chi is the word we use for stealing a tile that goes into a run of tiles, like numbered tiles that go 1, 2, 3, or 5, 6, 7. That's chi. And you are only allowed to chi tiles from the player immediately prior to your turn. The player to your left. The player who stole my west tile across from me declared pon, and that's what you say for stealing a discarded tile to be added to a triplet. And pon can be declared on any player's most recently discarded tile. So I'm going to pass this. All right, and the music changed because it's very tense. When a player declares reach, that means you know they're going to win, and it's kind of threatening. And now the decision becomes, do I want to continue trying to push forward with my hand? Or do I want to give up on building my hand and go on the defensive instead and discard tiles that I think are the least likely to be the winning tile for the player who declared reach? Because you don't really want to... If you discard the winning tile for another player who's about to win and they declare a win off of the tile you discarded, you must pay the full amount of points to that player. So I want to avoid that, especially in the first go-around after someone declares reach. Because one of these, Yaku, is one shot, Ippatsu. After reach, the player can either get Sumo win, withdraw on the next turn, or Ron win before your next turn. If other player calls, this Yaku fails. If anyone declares Chi, Pon, or Kan before the go-around is done, that invalidates one shot. But that hasn't happened quite yet. So now I'm going to look at my hand and decide if I want to keep going with this hand, or if I want to give up and just discard tiles that I think are safe to the player on the left. Katie says, I'm actually surprised that none of the Touhou abilities have shown themselves in the match yet. Would have made for quite the wreck in your tutorial, lol. It looks like the abilities are turned off for this mode. I'm pretty sure I saw in the instructions somewhere. So that makes things a little less complicated, yeah. Okay, what have I got in my hand here? I've got a completed 4, 5, 6, which is pretty nice. Oh no! I clicked twice! Whoopsie! How about I just steal... No, I'm not gonna do that either. I just messed up. That's fine. Boo! That's too bad. I'm gonna pass on that. Oh! The player on the right declared Pon and stole... No! You're interrupting me! The player to my right declared Pon on the 3-pin tile from the player to the left and took those three... Or put those three 3-pin tiles to the right. And then they discarded a tile after stealing the tile. And the player to the left saw that discarded tile and said, that's my winning tile. And they declared Ron. I'm going to demonstrate for you what Ron is by using the new channel point redeem I just made. This is what Ron is. No. It's when you get really excited because someone dealt into your hand. You say Ron, basically. And I forget if I said this before, but there's 2 types of winning. There's Ron, which is R-O-N. You'll see the button on the screen. And that means you're winning off of someone's discarded tile that just was discarded. The other way to win is by drawing your winning tile yourself from the wall. If you win by drawing your winning tile yourself, you declare Sumo, and you reveal the winning tile and your hand to the table. Since the player discarded the winning tile, they have to pay the full amount to the winning hand, and the other 2 players just kind of sit there and go, oh, I'm glad it wasn't me. If someone wins by drawing their winning tile themselves using Sumo, then the other 3 players pay the winning amount split up across the 3 of them. All right, we move forward. It's the new turn, or a new hand, not a new turn, a new hand. Because it is a new hand now, you may notice that I am no longer in the east seat. while it is true that there is an E, a pink E right here, that's only there to remind everybody that I was the first dealer. It helps us keep track of how far into the game we are, basically. Don't worry about it. But my actual seat right now is north, and east has moved counterclockwise. The same way that we do turns, we also move the east seat, and as a result, all of the seats. Whoever is in the east seat, we call them the dealer. The dealer doesn't actually deal out tiles. Each player is responsible for pulling their own tile from the wall, obviously, but you're just called the dealer because it's the closest thing to it in English, basically. All you do is you're the first person to discard a tile. And that's it. And also, you get some bonuses out of being dealer if you win. Okay. Let's look at my starting hand here. 4, 5, 8, Mon. The starter, basically. Yeah, you start. You start each hand. So I had my turn as east. Now the player to my right is east. The player across from me will also be east, and the player to my left will have a turn as east. And then, once I get to be east again, this E here, the pink E, will change into a S for south. And that will represent the east round changing to the south round. Look at our door indicator. The door indicator has changed because it is a new hand. So now the Dora indicator is a 1 pin, and so we know that Dora is one above that. It is a 2 pin. Right now, I do not have a 2 pin in my hand, unfortunately, but I'll keep that in the back of my head. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this stuff down here. It looks like in this game, Green Dragon has an F in the corner, Red Dragon has a C in the corner, I assume because the Japanese word is chun, C-H-U-N. And the White Dragon has the P in the corner for Hatsu or Patsu. I don't really understand, but that's what they decided to do, so there it is. I have discarded the chun or Red Dragon. Ooh, I got another north tile, which is nice because I am the north seat. If I can get a triplet of norths, then that will be a Yaku. It'll be honor tiles, a triplet of your seat's wind. All right. South isn't gonna help me out. I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's see. 8 is pretty far from any other tiles. It's just kind of by itself, so I'm gonna discard this. Ren, hello! Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having an okay day. I'm so glad you're alive. Thank you for petting Dimitri and Giles. I'm checking out Touhou Mahjong for the very first time. I'm just playing against a computer right now. And I'm taking this opportunity to teach my friend Queen Katie Bat how Mahjong works. It's very exciting. Hopefully Katie's gonna give this game a try herself soon. We're learning. Ren says, things could be far better, but hey, it could also be worse. There you go. I'm glad they're not worse. I hope they become better. So I'm gonna get rid of this south also. I still don't want it. Let's see. The 5 is nice. It can go next to the other 5. Or whatever. I'll get rid of this Tumon. I'll get rid of this green dragon, also known as Hatsu or Fatsu, I don't know. At least this is helping my memory better than when I did Soul's tutorial on my own. That's good. Ren says, anytime I stretch in my house, I gotta worry about hitting my wrists on the ceiling fan! Oh no. No. Is it really hot where you're at, Ren? Right now it's like 88 degrees outside, and we have officially put up our air conditioner. Because, man, it is too hot. And also, we have pet rats, and we need to make sure that they stay nice and cool. I'll get rid of this 5-pin here. Huh. Interesting. I'm actually gonna get rid of this 2 so and the other 1 so when I get a chance. Sure, we'll do that. It's like 19 Celsius, aka 66 Fahrenheit. Oh, you just have a ceiling fan because it's nice to have a ceiling fan and push the air around. Let's take a look here. The 4-pin, I could either pwn. If you pwn the 4-pin, the computer will make it a triplet with the other 2 4 pins I have. Or I could press chi, and it would take the 4-pin and make it a run with 3 and 5-pin. So that's why, Katie, it's important to remember what pwn does and what chi does, because sometimes you might be in a situation where you can pick one or the other. So pwn is triplet, chi is a run of numbered tiles. My house is like before World War II. Oh, it was built before World War II. Oh my gosh. Ooh. You don't have to tell me too many details, but are you in the northern or southern hemisphere of the Earth? I'm gonna pass on this. Get rid of the 1. Northern hemisphere. So it might still get hotter, I see. Ooh, check it out! Oh! I think... Well, this puts me in an awkward situation, but I think I'm still gonna get the triplet of North. You see it, Katie. You see it. You get it. See, Katie's understanding she's understanding Mahjong. So, pwn. There we go. And now that I took a tile, I have to discard a tile, even though it wasn't my turn at that point. So we basically skipped this player's turn because I stole a tile from the player across from me. Yeah. Now what do I do? Ren, I forget. You play Mahjong, right? What should I do? I'm playing against the computer, so I can wait forever. It's actually kind of fun to stream playing against computer and having it wait forever, and then I can just yap all I want. I'm gonna get another drink. I don't know why I'm like... I'm putting my all into teaching Mahjong here. And my voice is like, geez, calm down. The hottest it's supposed to get this week is like 27 Celsius or 81 Fahrenheit. Oh boy. Remember to stay hydrated. You know, I'm gonna do a weird thing. Oh, maybe not though. I don't know. I don't know. There's already 2. This is more complicated strategy, Katie, so don't worry if you're not following. This is when things get complicated. And you might want to just play against the computer when you're a beginner, and then you'll be able to think about it for a long time, like I am right now. Let's see. Oh, the person to the right declared reach. Katie says, nah, it's fine. I'm just sitting here watching, lol. Good. Okay, so the person declared reach. I am not really that close to winning, so maybe I should just go on the defense here. Yikes. Oh, one more important rule, Katie, I just remembered. If you want to win with your hand, well, I should put it another way. If you want to win with Ron by winning off of someone's discard, you cannot win with a tile, or, I should phrase this a different way. If the hand that you have right now is waiting for tiles that are already in your discard pile, that puts you in a special status that we call Furiten. And it's spelled Furry 10 right there in chat. I'm not sure if closed caption is going to say it right, so I want to make sure you can see it there. If you are in a status of Furry 10 because your hand is ready to win, but it said 4010, that's so funny. 4010. If you're in a 4010 status, you may need to talk to a IRS lawyer. I don't know. Okay, I want to word this correctly so I'm not misunderstood. If your winning hand is waiting for tiles that are in your discard pile already, you are in Furry 10, and that means you are not allowed to win with Ron. In other words, you're not allowed to win using a discarded tile from another player. You are only allowed to win with a winning tile from the wall that you draw yourself using Tsumo. So, that's a very important rule in Japanese Reach Mahjong because it gives the other players a chance to avoid dealing a tile that is the winning tile. And that is, I'm going to look at the player who declared Reach and look at the tiles in their discard pile. All of these tiles are safe. They are 100% safe to discard if I have the same tiles. Right now, I have the 6 Mon in my hand, and this player discarded the 6 Mon previously. So I'm going to discard the 6 Mon because I know that they cannot win by declaring a win off of it from me. So that's why if someone declares Reach in Mahjong and you want to avoid dealing into them, you should discard tiles from your hand that are in their discard pile already. Just keep in mind that if you do this, that means that your hand is gonna get worse and you're probably not gonna win this hand. But depending on the situation, it might be better to avoid dealing in rather than to try to win with your hand. Duar and I have a saying about Mahjong. Mahjong isn't really about winning. Mahjong is about not losing. So that's my lesson there. Taking them down with you somewhat. I mean, I'm preventing them from winning in terms of from my discard pile. I can't control what the other players are discarding, but I can at least make it so that the player on the right can't win off of me. If I only discard tiles that they literally can't win with, basically. They still could get lucky and draw their winning tile themselves. I can't control that, but I can at least try to not give them their winning tile. Okay, here we go. Onwards. I'm going to continue to just... Oh, there's another Reach. This is where it gets really exciting. Now I want to try to discard tiles that are safe to this player too. But these two discard piles are obviously not going to be the same. They both have a 1 pin in them, so if I had a 1 pin to discard, that would be good, but I don't. So, what's the safest tile for me to discard right now? Oh, actually, Katie, if you are not busy, you should look at the player across from me. Is there a tile in their discard pile that I have in my hand that I can that would be safe for me to discard. The two pin is safe. You are correct. I'll go ahead and discard that. And it's my turn again. And we keep going round and round forever. The 3 pin is also safe. I'm gonna get rid of that. But I'm also kind of trying to look at both of them at the same time. It's so difficult. This is the part that I start getting messed up because your eyes are just darting across the screen as fast as you can. Okay, hey, look at that. We just had an exhaustive draw, and that means we ran out of tiles to draw from the wall. What happens when you run out of tiles to draw from the wall is that each of the 4 players at that moment will say, it's really called that? It's called exhaustive draw, yeah. It's called exhaustive draw in Mahjong Soul also, and I think I've heard it called that in person when I'm playing Mahjong in real life also. Did the ads play and I just didn't even notice? Wait, the ads didn't play. I should probably run some ads at this point. But first, I want to say that the exhaustive draw means the players will compare which ones of them had a hand that was ready to win and which one of them did not have a hand that was ready to win. And we call a hand ready to win is called tempai. Right there, tempai is when your hand is ready to win. And if your hand is not ready to win at the end of an exhaustive draw, then you say no 10 to say, I don't have a ready hand. And what you'll see in real life and in the video games is that if your hand is in tempai at the end of an exhaustive draw, you need to prove it to the rest of the table by revealing it to everyone at the table. So you saw the player across from me and the player to my right, they had hands that were ready to win. Obviously they did. They declared reach. They better have hands that are ready to win, otherwise that's a penalty. They revealed their hands, and then the player to the left and myself both said, we have no 10. Our hands are not ready to win, and we kept our hands closed. At this point, a small amount of points goes from the players, any players that were in no 10, go to the points go to the players that are in tempai. In that case, 1,500 points. Let's see, how do I say this? I paid 1,500 points to one of those tempai players, and the player to my left paid 1,500 points to another one of those players. And then we move forward with the game, and we call the next hand one honba because the last hand didn't have a victor, it didn't have a winner. We have a one honba on the table now to represent the fact that there wasn't a winner last time, and we are going to add on a little bit of extra points to the person who wins this hand as a result. All right. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to run some ads. I hope that all made sense. Yeah. I will hydrate very much. I wonder if the air conditioner is also drying out my throat too. It's possible. Right. I'm gonna get up and stretch, use the little robot's room, get something to drink. I recommend you all do the same. I will run some ads for 3 minutes and I'll be right back. I'll move this up here. There we go. I return. Ads are almost done. There we go. Now ads are done. Welcome back, everyone. Alrighty. So where are we at right now? I'm in 3rd place against computer players. Feels great, man. You just love when you play against a computer and the computer's doing better than you. Okay, so what do we got here? And what other things can I explain? Well, you can see the East moved over to the next player. Alrighty. Oh, just so you know, there's some dice in the middle of the table here that you don't see these dice in Mahjong Soul. They don't animate them at all. But for some reason in Touhou Gensou Mahjong, they've decided to animate the dice just so you feel like you're right there playing Mahjong for reals. The dice are just there to help you create the wall of tiles every single hand. It's not something you need to worry about, but I thought I would just mention, like, hey, if you're curious, if we were playing Mahjong in real life, Yuka here would roll the die, and you see she gets a 7 here. So what she does is we count from Yuka 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it lands on me, right? And then I would go to my wall of tiles that I have painstakingly constructed for this hand, and I count from the right side the same number, 7. So I count from the outside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is where we cut the wall. From the left side of that cut in the wall is where we start taking tiles and play the game. From the right side of that wall is the dead wall that I mentioned. So the dead wall kind of has a reserve of tiles to be used if special circumstances come up. Yeah, that's the idea. So if people are being really nerdy, they can look at the dice and look at who's in the east seat, and they know that the dead wall is somewhere over here on my right. And I don't know. It's just a little bit of flair, basically. And there's a lot of stuff like that in Japanese Reach Mahjong where they use RNG. They use randomness, the randomness of dice, to make sure that it is very difficult to cheat in Mahjong. Everything is random. Where you sit at the table is random. There's all sorts of stuff like that. I honestly think Japanese Reach Mahjong is really cute. I love all the stupid little rules that are stupid and they don't even exist in other types of Mahjong. But Japanese Reach Mahjong is like, no, we want it to be really, like, exact. We want an exact discard pile that anyone can tell who discarded what. I'm gonna pass on that. I think if you see people play Mahjong in the Hong Kong style or the Chinese style, the discard pile is kind of one big old mess of tiles. But in Japanese Reach Mahjong, you have your discard space, and that is where you put your discards. Katie says, yeah, I like it when you just leave it to fate with no cheating. Yeah! It is still possible to cheat, but it's harder, basically. Okay. What am I doing here? Should I do 7 pairs? I've got a pair of green dragons. Here's a special Yaku that does not follow the usual shape of a hand. it does not follow the usual 4 blocks of 3 tiles plus a pair. Instead, you make a hand that is made of 7 pairs. Wowie zowie. It's so weird looking. There's no blocks of 3. Instead of, it's just little pairs of tiles all the way through the hand. And it's worth 2 Han, and it's closed only because you literally can't steal tiles for 7 pairs. Because if you steal tiles, you're making a block of 3 tiles, right? So, yeah. Katie says, plus I feel like putting the dice in really makes you know that these Touhou characters are doing this for the first time and is like, man, let's try this out. I love it. It's so, like, you're right there with them. 2 Han, how special, indeed. It's a little bit more difficult Yaku. I don't know if it might be beginner friendly in a way because it's really simple to understand how to make it. However, you really have to rely on luck for it. I mean, you have to rely on luck for a lot of stuff, but this one especially. I started with, so we have 2 green dragons. It says F in the top right corner of the tile for some reason. And then we have 2 east, we have 2 7-pin, we have 2 4-pin, and I just drew the 1 mon that could go together with this 1 mon. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs, and I'm about to get a 5th pair. So I think I am gonna go for 7 pairs. I'm not gonna pwn anything, I'm just gonna pass. Katie says, yeah, because you have to hunt down more versus just hoping for a certain one to complete a triplet. Yeah. You have to hunt it down. You have to draw it yourself, basically. 7 pairs, you can't steal tiles that other people discard. So that limits what tiles you're getting, essentially. Now, I did get the 3rd green dragon, which makes me go, oof. Dang. But I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm going to not keep the 3rd green dragon because I'm gonna stick to my guns and do 7 pairs. Let's see here. It's always when you're lucky that you're unlucky. It's true. Oh. Now you know how Mahjong works, Katie. Yes, that's exactly it. All 3 of these tiles I'm deciding between are kind of equally likely to show up. I'm just going to discard exactly what I drew. Let's get rid of the 4. Look at that. I have the Reachy button to click on now. The reason I have the Reachy button to click on now is because I drew the 2 mon that'll go with this 2 mon. And all I need to do is either discard the 2-pin or the 5-pin. And you might notice here on the screen, it says wait. And there's a picture of a tile and a multiplier next to it. So this is saying that, hey, if you decide to discard that 5-pin, your wait for a win is going to be the 2-pin tile. And the multiplier says there are 2 2-pin tiles left out there. If I discard the 2-pin, you see it, if I highlight it here, then the weight says your weight is going to be a 5-pin, and there are 3 left of the 5-pin out there. Now, I'm going to do some advanced strategy here, so don't worry. It's pretty impressive and awesome and cool. I am going to be deciding to discard the 5-pin and wait on the 2-pin, even though there are 2 of it left instead of 3 like the 5-pin had. The reason I'm doing that is that I'm hoping the other players will see that there is a 2-pin in the discard pile, and they will think to themselves, yeah, I bet that means it's a safe tile, and I can discard it. and then they will have fallen into my trap. But I'm not going to discard the 5-pin just right away. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on reach in order to confirm that, yes, I want to declare reach. So I declare reach. It's a trap card. You got it exactly, Katie. I'm going to discard the 5-pin. It goes sideways. I put out 1,000 points automatically. I didn't do anything. It just did that automatically. And I am waiting on a 2-pin. And it's going to go really fast because I'm going against a computer, which can go really fast. And when I go into reach, I can't change my hand anymore. It's stuck where it is. So all I can do is hope and pray. Hope and pray that somebody deals in. But they did not. So I'm in Tempai, person on the left in Tempai, person across from me in Tempai, person on the right was no 10. So unfortunately, we got to the end of that hand as an exhaustive draw again. And that means there's another Honba. It's 2 Honba. So that means there's a little, just even more extra points added on top if somebody wins this hand. Because of these previous 2 hands, no one's won. And guess what else happens? My reach sticks are still on the, or my reach stick, singular, is still on the table. In fact, there are 4 reach sticks over here. Each of these reach sticks is worth 1,000 points. And that means whoever wins the next hand gets to take those, including my reach stick. And I'm out 1,000 points. So I'm gonna try to win that back if I can. It sounds like this is just an East round game and we don't actually go to the South round. So this is the last hand. Okay, I'm in the S or South seat right now. No wonder there's a whole anime of this. Absolutely. WTF, why are 4 reach sticks up? Welcome to the stream, Kino. I hope you're having an okay day. Last hand was an exhaustive draw with 2 people declaring reach, and the hand before that was an exhaustive draw with 2 people declaring reach. I am playing against a computer because I just wanted to give the Touhou Gensou Mahjong game a try, and this is the only mode that's available in the demo version. And I'm using this opportunity to teach Katie how to play Mahjong because I have the settings so that I can just sit on my turn forever and it doesn't penalize me for taking forever. Let's see. Looks like I'm in second place right now. That's good. The player to the right has stolen a triplet of West tiles and a triplet of White dragons. So they have one, one honor Yaku and another honor Yaku. That's 2 Han points right there. They could make, the rest of their hand could just be a bunch of random, sets of 3 tiles. And they could win pretty fast. So I'm a little nervous already. It has been fun. I appreciate you hanging out and learning about Mahjong, Katie. As you can tell, I'm pretty enthusiastic about it. And hopefully this is helping some other people out. Do I want to steal that? Do I want to steal the 7-pin to go with my 5 and 6-pin? Maybe? I'm gonna pass, actually. I'm gonna keep my hand closed because there's more things. There's more Yaku that you have access to if you keep your hand closed and you don't steal any tiles. That's what I tell beginners all the time, but beginners still love to steal tiles. They love to chi and pwn. Duar loves to chi and pwn too, but he's not a beginner anymore. He just still does it. And people who are not beginners chi and pwn all the time. It's fine. I really like keeping my hand closed and having access to more potential Yaku. Player across from me has declared reach after discarding the 4-mon. I don't have a lot of tiles that are safe. This is a little problematic. The 4-pin is the only thing that's safe. But I wanna win! I'm gonna risk it. Instead of discarding a safe tile like 4-pin, I'm gonna discard a tile that I'm just gonna hope is safe. It's a south tile. I'm hoping it's safe because the player is not in south. They're not the south seat. And we are not currently in the south round. So the south is hopefully not an important part of their hand. Okay, it's safe. Nice. And now what do I do? Maybe the 1-so is safe? Okay, it is. Nice. Is the north safe? North is probably safe, right? Yeah, okay. South is definitely safe. We already know that. I think after this game is done, I'll probably start to wrap up the stream so I can save my voice. I ended up using it quite a lot today. I don't know why. It just kind of ended up that way. Ooh, it's tempting. No, I can't make a hand out of this. There's no Yaku in my hand. Oh, that person won off of it, so it doesn't even matter if I would have tried to... So if I wanted to chi a tile that another player wanted to declare Ron on, their Ron would actually go above my chi. It would go ahead, and my chi would be ignored. I got second place! Yay! Unts, 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 unts. Rave music, rave music. Second is not bad. Apparently, my score was so low that I actually ended up with minus instead of plus, even though I was in second place. That's funny. I got last place. That's rough, buddy. Well, that's cute layout, I guess. I like the fact that there's dice in the middle of the UI is cute. The music is nice. I think... Let's see. What should I do? Relaunch Mahjong Soul and just have it on the screen as I wrap things up? Perhaps? A decent demo for learning, I suppose. Yeah! I think so. I'll just have Mahjong Soul here. And I'll play music in the background as I start to wind things down. Yay! Was there anything I didn't cover in my explanation just now? I want to see. Thank you for that fantastic lesson. No problem. That was timed perfectly well. I loved that. Yes, yes, yes. There's all these. Oh, wait. Oh, I wish I could go backwards easier. Let's exit. Real quick. Let's open this again. I remembered one more thing. I'm probably going to continue to think of new things all the time. Okay. Important note for beginners out there. Take a look at your screen and you see there are 3 numbered suits. Mon, Pin, and So. For the most part, you can tell which suit is which, right? The Mon suit has black kanji character over red kanji character. The pin tiles are made of these little circles that are black and red and stuff. The So tiles are mostly green with some red in them, except for the black sheep of the family, the 1-so. The 1-so looks nothing like the rest of the tiles in this suit. Please make note that if you see a strange green bird tile, do not mistake it for a honor tile over here, the wind or dragon tiles. This is in fact a numbered tile. It is a So tile. Mon is the characters, Pin is circles and So, Bamboos and Peacock. That's right. I think the explanation is basically that the bird is sitting next to bamboo, and that's why it's with the bamboos, or something. One of the most difficult, something that's a little bit annoying for beginners is that if you play Mahjong over in different settings, different tiles might have been manufactured to have slightly different artwork on them. One thing that we run into a lot when I'm playing with my parents is that I play a set with them that doesn't look quite like this. So the dragon tiles, for example, the white dragon tile is not a blank tile. Instead, it has like this blue frame on it. So, yeah. Peacocks eat bamboo, nodders. You got it, Kino. That's right. And yeah, sequence, triplet, pair. Make 4 blocks of 3 and a pair. Stuff and things. Yep, I should wrap things up pretty soon. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Yeah. The go over what we learned thing at the bottom was what the original Mahjong Soul tutorial was. And then at some point, they made chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4 to kind of make a more expanded version of the tutorial, essentially. So the revision go over what we learned is just the shorter tutorial that they used to have on here. So yeah. Hey everybody, don't forget, I'm not sponsored, I'm not a content creator, and I don't think you should give gacha games your money, but Akagi's gonna have a collab rerun event in a matter of days. In fact, I might just stream Mahjong again later this week, now that I think about it. It's probably gonna be really tempting to stream this. So get ready for a Akagi event. That's gonna be great. I already have Akagi on my account, but I've already decided I'm going to buy the new animated skin for him. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, I think we'll wrap things up right about there in that case. Yay! I had a pretty busy last week or so of streams, and I streamed yesterday, and I'm gonna be not streaming tomorrow, and then I will probably stream like Wednesday, Thursday, and it's possible that I will take Friday off because I am planning on streaming this coming Saturday. It'll be the last of the voice acting streams for Reverse 1999 this patch with the cavalry group I'm in. So look forward to that. That'll be Ramona's side story. But yeah, everyone should learn how to play Mahjong. If you want to get more help with your Mahjong game, you should join my Discord and hang out in the Mahjong channel, and I promise that someone online will help you with your stuff. Thank you so much! Have a good rest of your day, Shiny. Thank you so much! Have a good rest of your day, too! And everyone here. Thank you so much! Everyone take care of yourselves. You know, eat some food. Stay hydrated. Check in on yourself, see if there's any needs that aren't being met. I'm gonna see who we can raid after this stream. Let's see who's playing Mahjong. Let's keep the Mahjong train going, why not? It looks like everyone is actually playing Mahjong. I'm seeing, or I mean, everyone is playing Mahjong Soul, I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Should I send you over to one of my favorite Mahjong streamers? Yusong. He's a lot of fun. Why not? Let's do it. Let's go raid Yusong. Thank you so much for watching, whether it was live or on the VOD in the future. If you are watching the VOD in the future, hello YouTube! Consider subscribing and liking. leave a comment and tell me what your favorite Mahjong tile is. And also look at the screen right now and see if there's a video that YouTube is recommending that you check out, and maybe click on that. If you feel like it. No pressure. Alright, the rest of us are gonna go on the raid, but if you're watching the VOD, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, recording!